Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Starting off with some cold conditions this morning with temperatures in the mid to lower 20s, but overall seeing mostly sunny skies and expecting dry conditions as we move through the day today. Won't see conditions as breezy as we saw yesterday, and seeing slightly milder temperatures as we get into the afternoon, but still looking below average. Take a look at the current surface analysis. You can see high pressure is built in over the area behind that system that pushed through yesterday, bringing quite the snow event off to our south and southwest. As expected, did not see any accumulation here at Wallops, and much of that activity stayed to our south. We'll see high pressure in control as we move through the day today and into tomorrow. It will see that start to move off to the east. Another system will track well north of the area as we get late tomorrow into our Thursday, and that's going to bring another boundary through the area. Does look to be a dry boundary, but will bring another shot of some cold temperatures as we get later into the week. Current conditions this morning, just a few clouds around 3,000 feet and 6,000 feet, winds out of the north to north-northwest around 8 knots. Temperature 24 degrees, relative humidity is at 52%. Current visible satellite shows those mostly sunny skies across the area. Had these few clouds just off the coastline there, and a few clouds coming across the bay. Could see those build in as a scattered deck as we get later in the morning into the afternoon, but generally expecting partly cloudy conditions as we move through the day today. We'll take a look at the zoomed out version of the European model here for what we can expect as we move through the next couple of days. Again, still looking at some chilly temperatures, cold temperatures over the region as we move through the day today. We will see some moderating temperatures as we get late into the evening time frame and moving through the overnight, as we'll see those winds shift out of the southwest, eventually becoming slightly breezy as we get into the start of the day on Wednesday. It does look like we'll see a dry weather day for Wednesday as well. But we do start to pick up a chance of seeing a wind advisory for Wednesday, as the southwesterly winds are expected to pick up, become quite breezy with those peak gusts possibly exceeding our wind advisory criteria. Later into the later part of the day and evening time frame, that's when we'll see that system tracking to our north and bringing a dry boundary into the area with a trough behind that, building in over the area as we move into our Thursday. You're going to see those winds shift, remain breezy out of the northwest, and as mentioned, that colder air will settle back into the area after we see a somewhat seasonal day for our Wednesday. And that continues as we move through the day on Thursday, but still looking at dry conditions, just some breezy and cold conditions as we move through our Thursday. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, looking at green conditions over the next 24 hours expected. We'll see those winds calming down, becoming light and variable later this morning before turning southwesterly at a fairly light clip around 4 to 9 knots. We'll see our temperatures warming up to around 41 degrees at its peak, generally in the upper 30s throughout much of the day. But we'll peak around 41 degrees, so still well below our average high for this time of year. And generally, as mentioned, we'll see some partly cloudy skies through the area. Do expect a scattered deck around 5,000 feet, and then we'll see high clouds on the increase as we move into the afternoon as well. And then generally seeing partly cloudy skies continue through the overnight time frame before clouds increase as we move into the day on Wednesday. We will start to see that south-southwesterly wind pick up a bit, becoming slightly breezy as we move through the overnight time frame, starting off our Wednesday with those winds around 9 to 14 knots. It's going to help keep temperatures a little milder as we move into the evening time frame. We'll see our low temperature around 32 degrees, and then a slow climb in that temperature as we move into daybreak on Wednesday. Tides running slightly above normal, and Wednesday we'll see mostly cloudy conditions, breezy. As mentioned, do have that orange risk for a good chance of seeing a wind advisory for our Wednesday. We'll have a very slight chance of a brief light rain or sprinkle as we get late in the day with that actual boundary passage, but not looking very likely, and we'll mainly just see some additional clouds and those winds shifting and becoming chillier. But before that, we'll see a high around 50 degrees, so a bit more seasonable for this time of year. Mostly to partly cloudy Wednesday night as clouds on the decrease behind that boundary, still remaining slightly breezy, so keeping a yellow risk for those elevated winds, and a low expected around 34 degrees. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny on Thursday and breezy once again, so good chance of seeing the wind advisory on Thursday, increasing back to an orange risk for that possibility. But won't see those temperatures recover on Thursday as that cold air settles in behind the front, seeing our high back down around 41 degrees for our Thursday. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.